Okay, so in having a look at the blog challenge topic of the day, I thought it was best to drag along a partner in crime here because I know that Nat is going to really reveal all my old bad habits in this particular topic. So
it's nice to come from behind the camera to let you know what's really going on.
So today's topic is actually about removing distractions and decreasing your dependency online. So this is a huge topic for many reasons, for me in particular, but for both of us really to a degree. But to start with, I will say that our biggest realisation since we got here to Greece, which has been the home of the first ever live house sitting academy, which means that it was also the first time that we have been social as such in the last 2 years of full-time back-to-back international house sitting. So generally we're on our own, which means we are online a lot. For what reason would that be?
Mainly Facebook.
It's connection. It's connection.
It's been an interesting one because we do have a very active Facebook group, a very large Facebook group. It really does mean that we are online a lot in interacting in our Facebook group. And there's a very fine line between being proactive in business and connection with people, like genuine connection with people, not just for the sake of business, but and also using it as a complete distraction and not getting any work done. So this is a very big topic, particularly for Jodie, because she's a very easy one to get distracted. She likes to have
ADD.
Yeah, very much ADD and lots of things on the go, and a lot of people are like that. But it can be really disruptive energy because there's no focus on anything. And so it's really interesting to come to a property here in Greece. We are extremely remote here. It takes us a good half an hour to get to the shops. We've got no houses around us. There's just no one around. It really is taking away all the distractions of the outside world as such. And a lot of the internet stuff has been taken away as well because we have had power cuts and snow and high winds and no electricity.
Even just a lot of work to do around here. So I think to back it up, I'll just give a bit of a briefing on where I was at. Well before house sitting, I had started kind of working online, like doing some tasks online, and that led into some online coaching and then starting to create online products as well. And always been around the social media aspect. And working from home, which can be quite lonely when you're, in your home country, at home, on your own. You do form connections with people around the world and in your own country as well. So I had been very much a multitasking person. I was one of these people that had, every time I opened a browser, there was lots and lots of browser windows open and always doing lots of things at once. But the last couple of years, and namely since the big house sit that we did in southwest France, which I talked about in yesterday's video as well, that was where I really learnt about lifestyle and about slowing down and really starting to stop to smell the roses, which the French just know lifestyle. They just know how to do that. So it's been a real process for the last couple of years for me to let go of the habit of multitasking to start with and starting to really take things one step at a time. And a lot of that has to do with my learning more and more about living in the now, living in the present moment. And then really, I mean, even though I'd let so much go, I'd still was Nat's worst nightmare being that the first thing I would do when I get out of bed is check my emails and get onto Facebook. So learning to kind of let go of those types of habits, I think really came to a head for me when I got really sick in Peru. And we also, for the first time ever, have having unlimited internet continuously through every house sit, even in Costa Rica and Ecuador and all sorts of places. We had limited internet. So our internet ran out. So not only was I sick, my internet ran out. I had like no sort of online connectivity at all. And I think it was the best thing that ever happened because by the time we got here to Greece and there was just so much outdoor work to do, I'd kind of already snapped that habit, I guess you'd say, of being dependent online.
Yeah, definitely. You've certainly broken that habit now, and I think, as you say, being here and with so much outdoor work to be done when we first got here, over and above what is normally done in a house sit, but we chose to do it, we wanted to do it. And it was really nice. It was nice to be offline for a long time because we can sit for hours and hours and hours doing work. Yeah, there is so much that can be done, particularly when you're working online for business. And, you know, this is our income. You know, we really have to build up our business to create our income so we can keep traveling, which is what we really love to do. So, you know, there's that balance. You really are trying to find that balance between, you know, building your business in a really solid foundation and putting those hours in. And it does take a long time. And also having that downtime. This is about lifestyle. It's not all about work all the time. So it's really balancing that, and also finding other alternatives to working. You know, we've worked outside here a lot. We do get some internet outside, and we sit in the sun and we do some work there. So even though we are online, we still feel like we've really embracing the lifestyle thing as well. So I think that's been a nice addition as well.
I think the biggest thing for me in the last couple of months since my wake-up call reminds me of that old saying that feather, brick and truck. You know, you can get little tickles of feathers every now and again to remind you to slow down, or maybe in my case, stop multitasking and stop being so dependent online. And if you don't listen to the tickle, then you might get a bit of a brick thrown at you. So it's kind of like, you know, bang, wake up, I told you to stop being online. I kind of had a few of those, at least slap around the heads from that, perhaps.
That was from
me. But my truck, my actual being hit and run over by a truck actually came in Peru, which was only a couple of months ago. And being quite sick, having the internet taken away from me and not finding an easy way to get it back, but not having the motivation to really want to get it back. It was my truck hit. And what it has taught me now, particularly with learning a bit more of this indoor-outdoor balance act of house sitting, is, you know, we have got a lot to do online. We have got a lot to build. We're very much in the foundation of setting up our business and making it be, you know, highly productive for us. But what this whole experience for me has done is taught me higher productivity by removing the distractions and starting to unplug the intravenous drip of dependency of
Facebook.
What's called www.facebook.com, among other things. But you know, this is how when we are on our own, this is how we communicate. You know, we're on Skype and we're socialising and chatting. You know, we could certainly be going out a lot more, but I think being here, like Nat said, being so remote and not having the easy distraction of just going down to a coffee shop or a cafe, I've really learned to appreciate nature more, my time in the elements, the outdoors, which then has actually increased my productivity online. So this has been a godsend, absolute godsend.
It has. It's definitely taught us both very much higher productivity. So when we do sit down to work, we really nail exactly what needs to be done. Building a website, you know, we might sit there for a couple of hours doing that, but it gets done. And I think it really hones in on the fact that there's a really big difference between being busy and being productive.
Wow, that's huge, because my old story, back when I was working at home in Australia, I was always so busy, you know, 12, 14...
Easy to be busy.
12, 14 hours a day being busy, but really being busy spinning
doing
wheels.
Absolutely nothing that is creating anything. And, you know, we're here, we're human beings and we're here to create. And for us, we're creating a business. And I know that's true for a lot of people that might be watching this video right now, especially from Nat Sisson's challenge, is you're building a business, but really do think about your productivity as opposed to being busy and, as Jodie said, spinning your wheels, because it is so easy to do that and not produce anything of value.
So I think the final tip for our house sitting viewers, house sitters, homeowners, wherever you are in the world, and that is that for us, we would like to say thank you to the gift of house sitting, because it has taught us so much. It has taught us how to slow down, it has taught us how to be more present, experience life more, and the wonders of life, but also really enabling us so much more creative space. You know, we have been, as I said, working from home for many years now, but it's not always been in an overly creative space, and house sitting itself has enabled so much more of that. And
the variety as well, you know, travelling all the time as we do, every month or two in a new country, and that really has created a space for, or a creativity space for us. You know, everything's so different all the time, and variety. You really can't rest on your laurels or get too much in a comfort zone. Like, even for our relationship, it's fantastic. Like, it really keeps us on our toes.
Well, that makes me think about, I've had a sneak peek at what's coming up in tomorrow's challenge, so I'm definitely looking forward to the conversation about letting go of people and things that don't serve you anymore. And, you know, for us, there's been a lot of letting go of things in particular because we're travelling so much lighter now. But that is the next episode due out.
Check us out.
On the House Sitting World blog. So thanks very much for watching. Hope it's been beneficial. And if you've got any experiences, questions, even just want to vent about your own addictive stories like I have, welcome.
It does feel good to get it out.
It's like an AA meeting, perhaps.
Like an online AA meeting, even though we're talking about not being online.
That's right. Go figure. All right, well, we'll see you soon. And thanks so much, Nat, for coming and joining me on this episode.
Absolutely. Check you out.
Bye.
Bye.